Hey everyone, it's Trishna, and I wanted to do a quick reading, oracle card reading, and I'm using the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle card deck by Colette Baron Reed, and this is a collective message. So, basically what this reading is trying to say here is I feel that some of you have been on a journey in the recent past, maybe the recent past, maybe the past few years, but the past essentially, around really trying to connect with spirit, energy, spirituality, something greater than yourself. And I feel that here with the Grail Knight. And I feel that right now with the Eagle that you have found your connection to spirit in whatever form that makes the most sense for you. And you feel really good there. You feel really at home. And yeah, it's just a really, really nice place. But you are headed towards restriction here. And that essentially means that you may start feeling so comfortable with where you are that you start thinking that it's the only way or that it's the best way, and that if you try something new or something different, that it's not going to be as good. And so you're going to start putting self-imposed restrictions on yourself, rules on yourself, and maybe even on others, though I do feel like this is mostly on yourself. And the message here is that it's really important that you connect with the inner queen, the sense of self, the mind, the subconscious. And yeah, that you really connect with that, because when you connect with that aspect of yourself, that's when you know what beliefs you have that are holding you back. What beliefs you have that aren't allowing you to expand to the fullness of who you are, or that are trapping you. Because sometimes we create belief patterns that then trap us. Not an example is not necessarily coming to mind right now, but just something for you to keep in mind here. And the way to work with your queen to release these restrictions is to really have good communication. So chat with your subconscious or chat with your conscious brain around, what do I really think about this? Or where am I maybe limiting myself or limiting someone else when it comes to this? You know, do I feel like the only deck that is ever going to give me good answers is this particular tarot deck, or this particular angel deck, or this particular oracle deck? Or do I feel like I have to shuffle exactly 3 times? Otherwise, I won't get the right answer. What kinds of rules and restrictions are you putting out there? Do I feel like, whenever I meditate, I can only work with one color of light? Otherwise, it won't really work. So understanding how you feel comes from communicating with yourself, understanding your inner world. When you understand your inner world, then you're in touch with the queen, and you can work with the queen, work with yourself, work with your mind to shift that through conversation with the self. What are the things that you tell yourself every day? Right? A lot of energy work, manifestation work is about an internal pep talk or an internal sales job. How can I see this scenario differently? How can I see this scenario differently? How can I change my thought pattern around this to be something that serves me better? So maybe you think the only way to work with angels is to work with them with these decks, this particular deck. That might be a restriction. That maybe is creating more havoc in your life than you realize, where maybe you're in the middle of something at work and you're feeling really stressed and you could use some guidance, but you don't have your angel cards at the office, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna have to deal with this and it's just not gonna work out, and if only I had that. And so maybe the day could have been a little bit better, or you could have found a solution even though you didn't have the cards, but your belief system at the time tells you, no, I need this for things to work out for me. So when you understand that and you notice your patterns and you notice the way that you're thinking, and you commune with yourself and your thoughts and what do I really think about this, then you can shift it. And then it might be, you know what? I love working with this deck. I think it's really special, but I also know that what really makes a connection with the angels or whatever, spirit guides, higher self special, is my unique essence. It is my unique essence that is working with these cards. It is my unique essence that has decided that this card deck is the best one to use. And if I can decide that and make that so, then I can decide that about any deck that I want to use. And I can know that no matter what tool I use, no matter what deck or no deck, that I can get the divine wisdom that I'm looking for. And yes, that might be my favorite way, but I can always get exactly what I'm looking for in any moment, deck or no deck. And when you change the story in that way, you let go of the restriction because you communicated with yourself and your mind. And that truly allows you to embody this eagle energy of being connected to spirit, because you're doing it in a way that is not restrictive, because the universe is very expansive. It does not really like restriction. It likes to expand, it likes to grow, and it will grow into anything that you give it. It will grow into the restriction that you assign it. If you decide only the angel cards work, then always only the angel cards will work. You'll try another deck and it doesn't really feel right. It doesn't really give you the right choices because you created the restriction and the universe expanded that restriction. So the universe operates off of very, very simple rules. What you put out is what you will get. So to open yourself up, work with yourself, and bottom of the deck is partnership. Work with yourself, work in partnership with your inner self, your mind, through communion to release restrictions. And you will find that life goes much more easily, much more smoothly, much more fun. You're more in the moment. You're not stressed out about what is or isn't there. You're always able to handle a situation. You always have tools available to you because the only tool that you need is you, yourself, and is your mind, which again you connect with through communication. All right, that's a daily message, and I will catch you in the next one.